side of things. I hope everyone is doing well today. We are going to be playing a little bit more of the Killing Stone. It's been a couple weeks since we actually got a chance to play any of this game, which is kind of a shame because it is very fun. If you don't know anything about the game or have missed stuff previously, though, it is set in the 17th century, and you are a Sami. Well, you would have been a Sami Noidi, or shaman, if you probably had been raised in northern Scandinavia or Finland. But instead you got lost and wound up in Germany. Were adopted by a lawyer turned witch. She's dead. And she sold her entire family's souls to the devil. And so we're now trying to outlawyer the devil to save the family. Game rules. It's so fun. And yeah, I'm very, very happy to get to dive back into it. Also, there are very, very good animals. So, let me just pause the music. And then, oh yeah, also the devil is voiced by Liam O'Brien. And it is awesome. Also, he's Odin because reasons. Like, oh, not just a little bit Odin. No, definitely Odin. Which, again, kind of awesome. The tradition of Odin Devil, actually quite old. Quite well attested. It's one of those that's not spooky, it's not spooky paganism. It's just spooky Christianity. And those are totally different. And one of them is much better than the other one. Where is it? Killing Stone. Oh, alright, let's do this. Oop, audio's a bit high. There we go. New chapter. So, in the last stream, we successfully saved Malta. Now we need to go save Rasmine. Who is, it seems, non-binary. Well, hopefully we get. I'm really hoping we just get more time with all these characters because they all rule. And that we get to see really good, learn more about them. How does it all fare, Maven? Malta doth claim that in a dream a voice schooled him how to unlock that room. Yet, Olin looks away, his tone still crisp, but newly brittle. Then, you can run it multiple times. So, yeah. Narratively, we have solved the problem. However, we can run it multiple times in order to improve our decks. Because this is actually a deck builder. This is a roguelike deck builder. And we can improve our deck over the course of each run through a chapter. Pick our best decks to go into endgame, which doesn't exist yet, but will exist in the not-so-distant future. My guest thou art. Mine impertinence I hope will offend thee not, but, Maven, from my late grandam, I know thou art in theology schooled. Yet art thou hither come to do God's work? Vol smiles very briefly. A boon then thy coming. I am well pleased to have the eye of God among us. As Maven was her word, I feared me well long have I wondered how truthful the accusations of Dornheim's witch-talkers might have been. That the deceased accepted a devilish pact now appeareth plain. The lad, though? Sleepwalking is not, for him, a novelty, nor for I myself at his age. When I pressed Malta on such nocturnal questing in days past, he waxed pallid, and in the tongue of some alien nation spake, what all? For show me thought, a rebelsome pantomime. As before God, his only remaining father, have I failed him? Look at him! How you doing, kiddo? I told him I can recall Maven of what that is for me, all our lessening, and his eyes narrow if, straining to recall. I looked at Rasmine. Mary, Rasmine says I must need to rest at last, now that past is the peril of my night wandering. When I wake me, I shall aid thee all I may. Distantly, Mr. Chop sparks at a moth, likely trying to befriend it. Malta freezes in place, staring straight ahead. Then at you. His soul is his own again. Some of the insights gained from that outer void must be striking home. Moses shakes his head once, postponing the topic. While their souls are not their own, you doubt his family will be capable of absorbing any of his supernaturally assisted insights. He leans close to whisper to you. The others observe but do not interfere. Ah, that voice, after my last dream, saith he, Time's skin slippeth free, a night and day hath forfang Hetla, pledged to meet in the middle. Alas, 'tis how he speaks. I think he'd be compelled to challenge us sooner this time. Good luck. Nika paces. Mimicking Volumen whatever inner skirmish between expectations and reality seems with him to pass for thought. Nika pauses, though, and shrugs as if to ask what possible help this could be. Then resumes out of sheer determination. Maven, my grandam's abominable pact now declareth Rasmina's soul forfeit be, says they of Maltha. Some hope we are told, for he is certain the threat to his own hath passed. My tongue is too thick and mean a thing to find for our gramercy a sufficing shape. He clasps your hand, a staggering grip. I have let Nika and the boy in prayer for Rasmine yet. She doth treasure mischief unbecoming, and is dead set to see the world askew. He steps a little closer. His voice softens. Mistakest me not, she is my fair-haired firstborn and hath my love. Yet when her mother abandoned us, Rasmine took to close counsel with aged Marican, and for that seemeth all the more wanton. She is of Vermaren, a family of Vermoen? Cilia Vermoen, a family of high repute. The other settlers' censure of us must have stunk. As well, I am certain it sore vexed her that she could make of Rasmine no lady. One morning simply gone, I imagine Cilia played a native sled team. Volum's jaw muscle works. Eyes dart to the portrait Markin that looms over the room, then away. As well, Cilia misliked she could ne'er abide the house. Well, 'tis past. To prayer falls the present. Adrift, his eyes sweep into taking Volcanat, the house and grounds, and trails off entirely. Do I sense some gender stickiness between Volum and Rasmine? Haven, we looked. Does thou sip out? Nape, soft, I'll not. What's wrong with me? No jailers we. Yet Malta hath relayed to me that twice Grandam has for her sins such a surrogate now made of me? A gallows smile. Then they look sidelong into the fire. How much space for sin I have inward left for the old crone to wedge in aught of the new. I thank thee for saving Malta as he swears that thou didst. Might I burden thee to attempt the same for me? My family have prayed, and methink were I to tarry here overlong, I fear I should not know what to do with my hands. They stare at their hand briefly. Now a tentative look to their family, and all color drains from their face. Something shifts. Very real animal fear now. All wait on you, each shining eye a soft plea, to begin the process anew. There's more talks, though. Yeah. As you approach, a faint tremor passes through the bones of the house. Nika makes a small reproving sound with her tongue. Didst feel, my former family, those born into this land, warned Mardikan of the caves like wormways neath these grounds. Poem saith it seemed to Mardikan vital that mighty Volcanat spite the sea as way only one's nearest neighbor. Those who hinder guided thee be my people no more. Even when I was but a girl, my relatives spoke of the Svangords in silence underscored. On a single point, mine Ulkin and I are in accord. When doth not in this place set up a house with so high a hat, without sore tempting the wind? No, the narrator appears to be separate from Maven. Well, hi, Winter. What crimes are you committing, boy? What crimes do you seek to commit? You can't go there. You can't go there. There's no space for you. Winter? Winter, my boy. You know there's no space for you. You've tried this before. Yeah, you can squeak all you like. Look at him. He's our own little familiar. Look at our own little familiar sitting on our shoulder, being such a cutie patootie. We still have other Valron. Let me pet my Valron.
Mine initial quest was to study the secrets at whatsoe'er price of tomes thought lost. Alas, but little help was mortal expertise. For lo, the learned sages say, oh, by the devil's bedside lies that book of complete heresy. For once, in this, they did not err.
This time, Valron's silent, malevolent counterpart speaks first. One Eye's voice issues from it. Then, Americans in reply. A dialectic? She sounds markedly younger. Perhaps pre-exile?
Who art thou,
oh, good.
who dost conjure me?
I'll let Liam take it.
Thou know'st my name, and soon in the wide world's company shalt thou be.
A society of minds in likeness of thine. Oh, delight. I'll hold the door and see myself out.
Via context, you would posit that he was trapped. A summoning. Candles burn audibly. The ravens recall more than words. Aw. But it said, oh wait, no, there's more, there's talks over here now. And over here now. There are so many talks in places. And places in talks. There's one over there. And there's... Is this just... Is this just this one? Yeah. That's just you. Anyway, in case anyone was worried there was insufficient gender happening. I'm not good enough at the video game to beat the ritual, to beat that ritual, so I shan't even try. So anyway, here's the contract, and here is our problem. And here is our solution. Mr. Chops is our solution to all of our problems. The black milk is also pretty good. Scrimshy, scrimshy. Hi, bud. Book. Contemplate the book. Mardikan's lessons on the philosophy of the spirit world continues. In the margins, years later by the handwriting, she adds, wrong, young and wrong. What if we are neither prisoner nor shadow? What if we are the cave? Holy shit, she's cooking. Chat! dislike the metaphysical implications of that. Right? Jet, I worry if she cooks much harder, she's going to burn the sauce. Because, oh boy, is that a lot of cooking. Imagine that nigh unto an ancient cave, noonday's long and ladder light doth strike some passers-by. Down its stony stairwell each shape is cast in chance ballet, and therein below lifelong fettered sit Plato's prisoners. Nay, nay, this ye know, yet soft. As all creation's empty shades before them gambol, the inmates mistake reality for its unworthy pantomime. The true world without a yawn passes by them unseen. And thus are we, saith Plato, born blind to the world of subtle bodies, soul sacrosanct, ideal, eternal, and unkent. Our eyes of base material rudely hewn benight us from the very womb, cursed as tiger groping from one abyss to its abstract elemental image. And yea, by logic's lift he placeth us e'en now in that hollow thorn. Therefore he bids us close our eyes and strive to feature a world of truths unseen. Yet, wonders one unsighted wretch, did wise Plato, who by this rigor became accidental father to physicry, e'er posit the inverse, that whatsoe'er lies beyond, standing twixt our jail and that distant light ex ultima, whose shadows immemorial we errant mortals vie in strength to name, shade the cave's entrance in order to watch us react? Could these mighty primords and final troth be more primitive, prone to fixation, and ending all less true than we? I mean, I'm sorry, both directions were cooking. But, if that is the level of cooking that we are cooking, I have great fear. This handwriting is different. Mannequin saved a poem of young Rasmina's? You wonder again at her idiosyncratic attachments. For honesty no light may hold itself into the lowly candle. It shows us not as the sun doth reveal, abject and denuded, nor as unto the flattery of portraiture. Nay, doth the modest taper witness us as we are. In her flickering imperfection, in her ill-rendered troth, she looms the spirit of the thing, where wouldst a perfect mirror play thee false. Night swimmers we, witnessed by angles and uncertain halves, most especially unto ourselves, for lo, the first thing upon waking, does not the mind contrive to hide from its own reckoning? R.S. Is there more? Laron seems to be still decoding. Fair. Alright, time to do the thing. Ritual start. By the way, here's who we're facing for now in the ritual. And I think that's just pretty neat. I mean, look at this. Look at Neith. Look at what a cutie. What a cute little Hans. Nope, a kneading pool. Yeah, so, a form of Scandinavian curse pull, attested as in Old Norse times, where you, drape a flayed horse's skull and its skin, onto a wooden post carved with runes, and use those, with an appropriate incantation in order to curse someone. The most famous example is found in Egil Saga, likely composed in the late 1100s or early 1200s, about a character who lived right around 1000 AD. and he uses it to curse as a young man, so in the 960s, early 970s, raises one to curse Eric Bloodaxe, the at the time de facto king of Norway. He will eventually be exiled to the Orkneys. Aesthetically, it looks close to the Mariluid, but in function, it's totally different. A vile thing rises into view. 3 heads equine high on poles, an ancient vendetta rite. It leers. Raw lips peel back from its triple jaw. Knitting needles collide softly in an amusical frictive coat. You see 2 long, tapering spikes. You hear the sound of many at work, for too long. Neath rampant. Sorry, what? What do you mean rampant? That's a heraldry term. You can't... That's a heraldry term for something rearing. Fascinating. Sister, this Rasmine is the one thou covetest? Can such a frail and feeble bones e'en bear a grudge? Haram trembles before his clarity into his voice. Called out and witnessed art thou, ripe Neath? Rise and gird thy claim to match our scorn. By our root grudge and cudgel will we thee unhorse. The first head of 3 shakes slowly, with a too soft smile for its face. Neath reposed. Second sister, first thou speakest? Or hastily as ever, we have longed for company. Play out the silly trial business in civility, for then, from each other, we may new fashion friends. I see. Oh. This is a rough map. Bargain into Cursed Pact, into Elite Battle, into Boon Forge, into a Bane, into a Recovery, into... Ugh. Ugh. Also, I don't know this deck, at all. What do we actually have? Like, what does Raz actually do for us here? Enters the reserve of what it attacks. Any creature hosting Siren has Traitor. Behaves as if controlled by the opponent. No plan survives. Host has +1 attack for every discard from the hand this turn up to its health. And draft. A compulsive cursed thing. Put a copy of target creature into the opponent's hand. Draw a card. Awful. Make expandable, draw your hand, then draw a card for each discard, and then draft again. A Nowhere Spirit, which has Tunnel, so it bypasses attack, and if it hurts something, it kills it. Rejecting Standard, which has Counter, and Premonition, which has Draw cards. Comet Archer, Font of Inspiration, and Rage Whisperer. When reserved, its host has 1 ton or 1 counter and 1 blast, and immediately attacks. Okay. Comet Archer, Font of Inspiration, Rage Whisper. I don't... Ugh. So, my problem. You gain action points, also gain when it deploys. Target creature on the battle line attacks immediately. Deal oomph to all enemy creatures and the enemy eyeball. Font of Inspiration, Thrall, rejecting. So this sucks. This is not good. This is not good. We don't have a front line. We don't have a front line. That's not going to be good. It's going to cause problems. Health and secrets, eye and hells, oh see here laid bare and all for thee. Oh. So, what can we get from this? We can get haste, 2 dodges, renunciation plus, which has counter and blast, but is not super strong. Court spy plus. When reserved, this gains flanker. Okay. And Feeble One dies immediately and deals damage if it ever has reserves. Or Sleeping Bomb. When this wakes, it immediately attacks them and dies. When this wakes, it immediately attacks them and dies. I like this one, actually. Court Spy is not a bad choice for us. And I like it. Well, these guys are burly. Actually, that's a good question, because I was just complaining how I don't have a front line. This makes the frontline problem worse, even though these guys are really good. Even though both of these are really good, I don't know how this definitely doesn't help my frontline problem. This gives me a really buff frontline. Remind me? Ugh, that's one of my few frontline guys, so I want to be careful about that. Maybe I do that. Maybe I do this. I don't like. I like some of these, but I think I like these. How much buff these guys have, especially if I can kind of cheese it. Right. So I'm looking at like Inhuman Focus here, and Goad as ways to bypass sleep. Or, sorry, Rage Whisperer and Goad as ways to bypass sleep and force these guys to attack. For absolutely devastating explosive damage. This might go badly for us, but we'll have the power to restart if it does. Going Forge. Minion Battle Bane. Revelations Pact Exchange Bane. Bane. This is 2 forges. Maybe I just do 2 forges first, that we try and buff up some things, see what we can get. Also, I don't want to throw into an elite battle when I'm really weak. You know? Exquisite Corpse. Trivial battle. Another field to within the maw of the very dragon doubtless stands. Put a copy of your guy into gonna do that real quick. Gives blank to... Okay. I'm gonna do this first, because that'll force this, yup. That'll force that to do that. That'll put you, yup. You there. And then I... save... there. Ooh, you've got... Ow. Huh. That was not what I expected to have happen. Okay. +1 blast and +1 counter. And immediately attacks. So if I were to do this into this, it will immediately attack, wipe that guy, do 1 damage to that guy, and then it will immediately attack after that. So it does that. Gives me an armor. Neat. I get that back apparently. And then when I end, it attacks again. Gets its blast, does that. Poison, insult the blow, and the feeble arm behind. Ow. And it has counter though, which is awesome. Because it did... oh. Man. Then I actually do this real quick. Watch this. Invoke. Discard. I don't have enough oomph for these, but I do this, which should give you 3 extra oomph. Which means that you'll survive this, no problem. Boom. God damn it, that's his guy now, isn't it? No, it is mine again. Ow. God Eater. Steals the topmost reserve of any creature it attacks if possible. Cause you kill you. This guy doesn't have enough health for me to be worried about this. You know? Then 3. Then we end turn. So you attack, you kill that, kills that. I steal that right back, thank you. And then I kill that. There we go. Ow, no, not Spark. Rude. In the house of my heart, thou art the very cornerstone. The smile just a shade too wide. Scout, our reserve cycles... Huh. Uh-huh. Oh, but you'll kill, so it won't matter. It's a good idea, except that you kill, so it's not worth doing. So instead... Man! I'm not actually killing this guy, which is really sad. I should have been a little bit more careful. I should have backed up. But now if I do this... enters the reserve of what it attacks, which puts that up... Duh, because you'll attack, you'll counter, you'll obliterate this guy. So I need to actually not do that real quick. I instead need to do this. Which will kill this guy, which is fine. Even though I'm kind of getting steamrolled by this, then I do this. And turn, attack, gives a traitor. Oh god, that guy's scary. What do you mean 4? I just don't have a good way of dealing with it. Hang on. I've got a great way of dealing with it. I'm a fool. Don't worry about it. If I can I can't... never mind. Wait, you attack, which turns a traitor. You attack, which turns a traitor. What? Never mind. Never mind, that doesn't work. Dang! I lose. That's alright, that's alright. We will just restart the ritual completely because we're out of practice. Not our game. Not our game. I mean, still like that. Just a bosom bond we share instead, together forever. God, Neith is so fun. I'm enjoying Neith greatly. Dampier, Foresight, and Slow Reactions. Horse-Spy, Second Face, and Feeble One. Nowhere Spirit, and Banish. We'll give this one a go, then. We'll give this one a go. Folio's Grimoire's courtesies is black as Christmas, nay? What do you mean black as Christmas? What do you mean black as Christmas? Okay. So we do this, and then we do this, and hopefully those survive. Man, what's even the point? Like... That's so mean. Cause this, yeah, just deals 1 damage to everything when it collapses. Wonder if I'll do it that way. Oh, because you just killed that, which is great. Ow. You have an attack, which now you'll do this, Which means you counter, which means you counter, which means it dies, which means it kills that and hurts me, and then you can attack for free. Dang it! Ah, crap. Well, I guess I will... I guess I don't have much of a choice but to do that. That's what I'm thinking, right? Kieran, is that the different heads have different things? Cards with the gather symbol have a special effect during the gather phase. On gather, this dies unless it took a health last turn. Ow. And I get a failed projection plus for my troubles. I don't have a good solution to this. I don't know. I don't have a way to kill this damn thing. The second phase isn't useful. My failed projection isn't useful. This guy isn't useful. You, I mean, it deals just 1 damage, which isn't enough. Well, that's not strictly true, is it? Because this guy can go on the battle line. 1, this guy can go on the battle line. And then 2, if I goad you, either this turns traitor, or it's sufficient. I can fight. Well played. Well played. I'm glad that this dies unless if it must do something unless if it took a health. Okay. What makes it take a health? Is it just that it attacked this guy? Because if it is, if that's all that is, then that's easy peasy already done. I guess let's find out. Nothing I can really say otherwise than that. Because if it dies, that's okay, it dies anyway, so who cares? Unresolved takes that, deals, oh, takes health from me. Duh. I might invoke this. Well, shit. Have your copies. Like, what am I even supposed to do with that? Then we do this into this, and now you enter. You kill that. You die in the process, but that's fine. Yup. Yup. Ow. Oh right, these guys attack backwards, so I don't even. They're not even a threat to me. Duh. Like, yeah, you're gonna kill my guy. But, like, you're attacked backwards, so it's not a big deal. Second phase, when reserved, this gains flanker. Amount of inspiration. It gives me both armor and that. I can now thorns you. Which is great. And we end turn. Wonder how much characterization can be led into every deck design? It's a good question. And not one I have a clear answer to. Do you not have Blast? You do not actually have Blast. So instead we draw 2. And we're like, hey, we just draw 2. Now this is gonna feel a bit spicy, but what if we just did that? And then we ended our turn again. So now it's down to 1 HP and I've got a double line there. As long as I can get a bypass on the on this guy. Which I can't reliably do, but, you know, it was the thought that counts. Right, because the Comet Archer doesn't survive hardly anything. But the Thrall does. The Thrall does, and I win. You are too easy to follow the rules very closely for this new deck? Yeah. Yeah, it's a thing. I'm not doing great. Court Spy in second phase is a potent combination. That gives you really good front and back direction pressure. I agree. Meant for grey areas the Funkella is, yet neath liketh it none. Misunderstanding aboundeth. Ew. First enemy creature played behind our ally gains tunnel. Draw 2 fewer cards when combat begins. That's fine. The first turn is not that important, especially when I have complete rerolls available. I twist and declaim the rules. How well endeth that course for American? What does this do? Expunge Inheritance, Fresh Ideation, or Potent Aspect. Okay. Potent Aspect, random creature in the pact gains attack. I don't have good ones to do that in. So it's not really. Like, that was not a very good forge for us. At all. Did not enjoy that. Such a mind, by every deed be fair and balanced, who would dare gainsay a fact? Hello, Rashkafar! Well, this all sucked. That was not a great beginning. On the bright side, this guy... Meh. Fine print. Meh. Well, I don't like any of this setup. Do I have enough to make this work? Hold. Hold. This is potentially bad. It's potentially really good, it's potentially really bad. Because this guy hopefully drops. I do one and I turn a trader. It's not a great thing to turn trader, if I'm honest. It's not awesome. But it at least exists. On gather, eats a thing or dies, but it's lethal. Holy crap, that sucks. So anything it attacks will just fall over, which means I cannot afford to let it sit. Even if it's not a good situation. 3, 2, 1. If I discard the thrall, do I get a slightly better thing? No. Fine, we'll just do this so we have we'll just do this so that we have something beefy in the backline. Huh. Rashkafar, I'm not aware of any friends who was on Jeopardy recently. That would be neat, though. Huh. So Thorns is just really freaking good in this situation. And then I got a Thrall too. Man. Blech. 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 I hate all of this. Especially since I don't have a way to deal with fine print. Is it worth it to just expend everything? I think it's worth it to just expend everything. Oh, crap. Well, that's what I get. Huh. Yeah. I am not familiar. So... well, that didn't go so well. That could have gone way worse, but I'm not going to say that that went well. You know? Copy a target owned reserve onto another owned post. Ew. Target slides away, can make reserves. Ew. Ew. That went very badly. Why do you? Oh, because you deploy that way. Fascinating. Ow. God dang it. But that ancient truth in which began now endest thou, joy or joy eternal. This is just not going well. I just don't have anything even vaguely bulky to build a front line out of. But that's okay. Swap an owned creature's base. You? Yeah. Ow. That's mean. Feeble one. Okay. Well, fine. That's you. That's you. Court Spy. Slides one when it attacks. Love that for us. And turn. And deals a spark. Ow. Cool, it kills the Court Spy, but that's all it kills. That's not a problem. I'm not worried about it if it kills the Court Spy, because I've got solutions to that. Because now, it guaranteed I win. But just for fun, do that too. We're taking way too much damage. Let me be very clear on this. We're taking so much damage. Bygones, bygones all. Shall we as mannered beast discourse once again? Draft is awful and I hate it. Ooh. A celestial projection? Add a celestial projection to a pact. Well, don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. I do love me a good celestial projection. No rules. It's what Sister Soft needs from writing in that when their last one dies, the witch followeth. A whisper from the reposed. Rampant scowls. And so I get no... No, aye, thine ink was restored. Now cometh fraud and fresh flood. Wave of Spines. Scholars want is to paint and bejewel an army of tiny dolls whose needs to judge. Well, that isn't exactly a thrilling beginning. I can't say I enjoy the... Oh. Flankers can attack from reserve, yep. Knew that. Ow. Ugh, this asshole. I don't like No Plan Survives that much, so we'll just go ahead and use it. We'll just go ahead and use that so we can see what's going on. You've got tunnels, so you attack me directly. Feeble one, waste of my time. Maybe I use my premonition here, see if I get a better thing. Fire Dread just drops in the front line. We just blast it. And then we stab it. And then we attack the back line. And this'll kill everything, but that's okay. That guy killing everything is completely fine by me. Now, what do I want to use here? Rage Whisperer? Rage Whisperer does a ton of damage. I don't know that I like that. Or do I just play slow this time? And do that, discard a card so I get something. Of course, now I get the one that's useful for that. Nyam 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 nyam. Nyam 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 nyam. It's a great card. I'm a big fan of it. I just wish I'd gotten the guy that didn't discard the guy that I could put in reserve. And so it could back clear while I'm sliding. Ah, well, for something, the next turn shall surely this one or pale. Neither is so polite to us. Neither is so polite to us. It's when you attack, you slide, right? Yeah. See, I wish I could clear this. I wish I had a good way to clear this, because if I could, I would absolutely just slide that guy over. But I don't. And so I can't. Host has one extra thing for every discard from the hand this turn up to its health. Well, that I'd have to be able to discard 2 things, which I can't reliably do. Still, it's not like it's a terrible idea. I can do this to set up a big turn next turn, regardless. Neither third seems to, neither third doesn't seem to understand what the hell's happening. Most assuredly, Neath the Third has no idea what's going on. Big nabbit. Unresolved. See, I really wish I could steal this guy. Or steal this guy. Either would be fine. But I can't. And so I can't worry about it. See, the problem is if I play any of these, it just immediately kind of rolls me. That's alright, this'll work. This will work. I think. Seems a promising strike. That's gotta be a Repose Took Up Knitting, right? I mean, it's gotta be that Repose Took Up Knitting. Ow! You suck so much! Okay, Compounding Lasher. If I could do 1 more damage, I'd be done. Well, there we go. See, because you slide, you blast, and you blast. And I took 10 damage! Anyone else reminded of Hero McDaniels from WTMV? Not familiar. And then we have to do Bargaining Round 2 when we have no revelations to speak of. A 5-headed dragon from Nightfall. Interesting. Bargaining round 2 completed. I've got to be able to troll him in some way with revelations this next go-round. Well, there's revelations. A boon, a forge, a pact exchange. Familiars trace the path of oath. The cover want of jurisdiction. A pledge was sworn to a now defunct lieutenant. Hello, VFig. Covenant born in void soil bears no fruit. The law bends toward you. Revelations stand secured. Aww. To wrangle the third head by giving a pointy sticks and a ball of yarn. That's very cute. Neither's just the best, but neither's kind of kicking my ass. I'm going to be so real. Neither's kind of absolutely kicking my ass. Flasks! Lurker has tunnel, second faces I don't like. Cuphead. Oh, but that's my entire front line dead. But wait, no, Raz's thing is making up with my front line. So, well, this is not my favorite. Clever, third sister sees what I did there. Neither remembered. Licks absently at wood might under nose. No, they all have tunnel. Motherfucker. Every time. Every time. It's... Yeah, well, that makes 2 of us. We will premonition first. Awesome. Watch this. I don't know if this is actually good because I don't. Oh wait, yeah, because that doesn't actually heal me. So this is just good stability for us, but it was actually stupid. We were almost smart, and then we were actually stupid. The problem is my bucket's in the wrong spot, so I'm not actually healing off the bucket. Right? It would be great if I could trust in the bucket a little bit better. But I screwed up, and therefore I can't. And you're gonna get armor, you're gonna slide. Oh yes, don't you play that? Oh, my sweat, that is my sweet, breads. Your sweet breads! That's enough. So... don't worry about whether it's enough, we just know it is. And there we go. We'll try and not throw too hard. Greater boon or a pact exchange? I mean, we gotta try and get a decent pact in here, even if we are barely squeaking out on this one. Another flask of thought. An abjuring force damages the reserves when it attacks. Lymph of the divine. Ooh, ugh. That's good if we had health, but we don't have health. Ultra Call, another Court Spy, and then Shatter Tactics to obliterate reserves. Okay. I'm here telling you, buckets. I'm hearing buckets. A greater bane and recovery, and then a boss battle. Man. Recover 10 health. Fine. Recover the Patricide Locket. Bane Schmane, what's the worst that can happen? I can't lose health off a Bane. That's not true. I can kind of troll myself really hard, but this particular one is not a bad one to do. Well, that was not optimal. That is not, I would consider, my greatest starting card I've ever seen in my life. You know? I was afraid of that. But you just slide one position, right? Oh, it has tunnels, so even that doesn't work. God damn it. Fine. Do it this way. Ow! Man. And you have Flanker, which is neat. What the hell are you? Blast 2 and grants armor when it kills something. Right, the icon, yeah, I also get them confused. And a feeble one. Sucks. Sucks real bad. But that gives me my slide. Gives me a Comet Archer, which isn't good, but it does put something in the back line able to do this. So we're just slowly going to tickle this guy down. Max health -1. Aww. That's so sad. So in this case, we'll just... Hang on, if you do that, will you Why do you die? When this deploys, it hits enemy neighbors for 2. Oh, yeah, that's why. Great. Gets him off the frickin' field. You know? You know what I'm saying? Enemy just tried a shield bash. Love that for us. The you survive. Great. Awesome. Perfect. Best case scenario. The Flash, after resolve, heals completely. If it had health, that would be great. It doesn't really have health. I'm going to be so real. We'll do that, though. And we will do that, though. Which this gives me now another That does that, that deploys, that does that, that does that. I am now at least swinging at its armor. Cool. Yep. Ow. Ow. Gives me another thing. Ay, ay, ay. You okay to post a link? Sam Gauss made a really neat thread. Oh yeah, please do post that thread. Like, link should work, so VFig, please go ahead and do that. That's awesome. Everyone loves Neve. Here, let's quick look at it. Browser. Want to share a story about your favorite concept in the latest game and how strong art direction? Career in game does start with Civ 6. As a UI artist, Killing Stone was involved in the process of something original. UI is very rewarding, but it's great to be concepting again. Was Demons. Neve's primary historical inspiration is historical Neathing pull. Very good to play on metals already, especially gold, so we want to incorporate more natural materials like fabric and bone. Taxidermy is kind of a theme. Problem is a lot of the early concept with skulls, drapes, and softer textures, plus the pull, was reading too much like the Mari Luit. We went to Horse Demon, though. When I started out and tried painting, not rendering materials, but focusing on the internal silhouette. Yeah. Look at that. That's awesome. Also, you know, strong art direction, great, love that. The other thing that is, that I think is really worthwhile to note, is, how that's traditional materials. Right? The importance of doing things the old-fashioned way as an actual strategy. And then this will explode, which will kill that guy, but like, whatever. That clears all... That at least clears the frickin' armor. And we're gonna get in a bad way there. Yep. Honestly, this one has generally proven less spicy than I was worried it would. Like, I was worried that this was going to be really, really difficult to get any traction on. And it still is not doing awesome. Because these guys aren't, like... There aren't strong units coming out for a Siren to steal. And this guy... I'm really kind of struggling to set himself up for big success. Why did you gain max health plus? Thrall and stuff. Hey Eris, how you doing? So this'll kill and it will heal you one. Let me discard this one, because I'm not ever using it, right? And then we will... Do that. And then do that. What? Oh. Yeah, that would make sense. That would make sense. I definitely remember that that was a thing. Yep. Trust. Totally. Definitely. Absolutely 100% remember that. I'm after going to the Artisans Reenactor Market. Ooh, that's cool. Good for you. That's fun. This is the... Grants armor to you when it kills, but don't have a way to force this guy, one of my guys, to die. So I'm not able to really take advantage of that. What if I Rage Whispered on, like, any of these guys? Nice. Because I'd love to get something stronger for my aggression. Like, the Rage Whisperer itself is not a bad choice for aggression. So, we may just kind of embrace that. Yay! We get more armor! Oh. That's really interesting that that triggers on. Like, it's really, really interesting that this triggers based on their units doing things. Like, that's just a really interesting space to be playing in. Cool. So you actually still survive, but you're now in a bad way. Which is okay. Because, I mean... hear me out. We just hit the biggest explode that we can hit. And whatever happens, happens. You know? So, like, if this guy dies, this guy dies. I don't care. My goat, Celestial Projection! My absolute goat. Yeah. You do damage to it, whatever. I don't care. Okay, if I hit the thorns... If I just hit the thorns, that wipes everything, deals one, cleans one. Hooray. And then we just end turn and we still actually break everything. So, there's that, there's that. Now that the engine is alive, we're actually in a really good shape. You know? So this is funny. Watch this. This is a very, very funny thing. Because you die, gives me a crazy amount of armor, and they return to my hands, and I still have two things in here. Means that if I do this... Actually, don't want to do it in that order. I want to do it in this order because it doesn't matter, but this one keeps this guy where I need him. Like, yes, you're still alive. Aw, man. This guy started to actually do stuff. That's unfortunate. That's really unlucky. But my goats, they're both wimpy, but, like, that's fine. They don't need to be good. They do not need to be good, they just need to be alive. Okay, now they all die. But that's even more things on me there. So we drop another Sacred Vessel, and then we drop an Intrusive Thought, and then we wrap up. Because now you've got all these things up which'll... Like, I mean, yes, it will all get kills, but I've got plenty of armor, so, like... I'm not actually taking significant damage. Nice. And I can do this, which will kill this guy. Oh, that's cool. Jimmy just got to be on things? That's very cool. Good for him. Okay, well, good thing we've been building that whole armor engine. Right? Like, goodness gracious, thank goodness we've been building that armor engine. Because now we're in a interesting situation. Why do you... Because you attack... Do you attack first and then slide? Is that what happens? I feel like I don't fully understand the... I'm going to assume that's what happens. That you attack first. With this one, you attack first and then slide. Oh, because the other one had tunnel. Duh. And then you die, which is frustrating, but kind of fine. Okay. Well. This still isn't going awesome. We'll do that. Because now, one of you should attack. You attack, which means I now kill. Unfortunate. You attack, which means I do this. And now you get more armor. Now you do that. You do that. I survive on one, which is kind of annoying. But what can you do? And then we end our turn. This is not going badly, it's just going slowly. You know? Like, these guys aren't that scary. If I get another Thorns... If I were to, perchance, get another Thorns... I'd be able to set myself up into a really quite useful position. Unfortunately, I am not getting any of that. So... And that guy doesn't do enough damage to be particularly useful. So instead we'll just court spy you here and end turn. Interesting. Okay. But what if I just did this? Okay, but like, what if I just did this? Like... Eh? Now I get this. See... There we go. There we go. Now I've got a setup. Yeah, it's a 2-2, but it's a 2-2 that is not my problem. Because I do that, and then, I don't know. Heck. I'd had an idea. It apparently wasn't quite a good idea, but I had an idea. I once again, though, do not have anything on the useful part of the line. I kind of have everything over here. Staggered out. Not doing anything super useful. Celestial Projection, awesome, kill. And if I do this, does that help me at all? Where does that put me in terms of... Oh, it attacks the up there. It's not actually that useful. But if I do that, then you kill, and you've got just a little 1-1 guy as like your only thing. And then this guy does a little bit of damage to everybody. Okay. Who's up next? I do this. I need to be able to do 1 more damage. Crap. We discard 1 real quick, see if we get something better. We do not. But we can at least Font of Inspiration. And we'll try that anyway. Oh good, Shield Bash for just a million armor. And then you get a +1 there for the no plan survives. And now you've got a crap ton of armor again. Huh. I'm just not able to bust through his damage right now. Like, I'm not losing, I'm just not breaking through his damage. Which is really unfortunate. How do I want to do this? If you're up here... That's sort of my best option. Because there's that, and then you do that. Sucks away an armor. And I'm going to be able to take huge advantage of this guy having a ton of oomph and being in the front line next turn. So, that's awesome. How do I do this? If I just do this, that gives me some armor, and it will heal us 1. Yeah, that's my best choice. And then, we're able to do that again. Kills. You're going to attack. You get swapped out. Odd. Why did you get swapped out? That seems foolish. Oh well. Yeah, minus max health, but like, who cares? Boop, boop. Because if this guy dies, I'm not actually bothered. Like... So... God, I have so many things that do one! Things that do one just are not useful to me right now. Uh-huh. Whack, whack, whack. Because these guys all have 3. So, they're just able to hit harder, do more. That, and then I guess I could do that. Because this will heal this guy back up 1. And then that gives me another armor. Well, we're now back in the lead. Oh. I see. I'm no longer in the lead. I'm no longer at all in any useful way in the lead. So now I've got guys that I just can't get ahead of, you know? Crap ton of guys and no way to get ahead of them as they start grinding this up. That's alright. We got our bucket. I believe in our oh, I don't believe in our bucket. Don't suppose we could get a thorns. No? No thorns? Max health -2, but we'll get one of those back. So... Oh, we do die though, so it doesn't even matter. 1, 2, 3. Now we do 4, 5, and 6 to armor. He's got so many freaking things. And I just don't have anyone that counters them. Like, I don't have a way to burn any of this down. This sucks real bad, actually. Doesn't matter how much better these guys keep getting. At the end of the day, I'm just not able to actually burn down any of these enemy units. On the bright side, you can't really do a lot. Okay, you could do that, yeah. That's fine. Like, that won't hurt. That won't hurt me at all. The flash. And then I'll no plan. No plan survives doesn't even help me here. I have to goad. Because that does that. And then I end turn. And that does that. And then you attack first and I'll get the counter. Oh. Okay. God, you're the one with 3 health? No! What the heck? Also, I don't like that this guy's able to, I do not love that this guy is, we'll do that, and then we'll discard you. What's the words? Yeah, okay. That was very smart of you. Because now that does that, and that deploys, and that kills it. Heck. No, I gotta give credit, that was a really good play. I'm really hoping that these are the weak ones and not the really strong ones. I'm really hoping that these are the really weak ones and not the really strong ones. And then I guess we just drop one of these guys on the field just so we have somebody on the field. Just so we have literally anybody on the field. Oh. Oh, he has so many and they're also... I'm actually getting smoked. Like, it's actually so bad. That helps. Sort of. I think. I didn't really want to discard it, but that's also fine, actually. Because now that's another 1-1. Which you swap out for that. Which now we get rolled. Bonk. 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 Wow! This is brutal! And I'm just not able to set things up to accomplish anything. How's the soul saving effort going? It's not great, actually. This guy has spammed me out with 1 cost units, and I'm not able to keep ahead of him. I am not even slightly managing to stay ahead of the curve on this one. I don't know. I don't know how I do this. I think I do this so I get a big 5-turn next time. Yeah, he's been building shield the entire time. And he's just now he just gets a nuke whenever I do that. And so, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not dead, but I'm not doing well. We had a moment where we were looking a lot better. We had a moment where we were looking really good. That moment is gone. Because now he's got a ton of really strong guys just out on the field. And there's just not a whole lot I can do about that. Because yeah, that just doesn't... Thorns just doesn't matter. Thorns is not enough to... I mean, I may as well use it. But... Thorns is not enough to accomplish anything. Man. Do another Flask of Thought. I mean, does this do anything for me? Not really, but it's the best option I have. And now you're gonna do that slide. Counter, explode. I mean, beautiful plays. Beautiful plays, even if it's absolutely smoking me. Why do I... What? Why am I pulling 800 thorns? Tragic. Oh, and I'm just dead. Wait, no, he doesn't kill me off this. Yes, wait. He had Tunnel 2? He had Tunnel 2? What do you mean he had Tunnel 2? Well, here we go again, I guess. Third tries the charm? Third tries the charm, I guess. Need is a cutie, so I can't be too mad. But... man, is that not going great? Nah, he buffed up one of his cards to get another tunnel. Ooh, my sleeping bombs. I can try with the sleeping bomb strat again. Hang on, hang on, hang on. We can... We can try the sleeping bombs strategy a second time. Which I think is a fun one. I think that'll be really fun. I think it'll go great. I need to be able to do a couple of... Elite battle into a pact exchange. Boon Forge. Minion battle Bane. Let's just try it. What's the worst that could happen? What's the worst that could happen? All my knife guys. And Profane Ideation. After their resolve, they lose health gain. See, that's bad for me. See, you understand how that's bad for me, right? Correct. If I do not do that, yeah, it's just death. Immediately, just goes ahead and dies. Oh. Oh, does that wake you up? Is that how that works? Oh, is that how that works? See, here I was hoping, thinking, understanding that that would not do that, and it would instead let me just kablooey? I mean, I guess that's fine. No. Shit. Undo. Then I do that, and I do that, like, you get the boost, you get the thing. And then we don't worry about it. So you fall over, which is fine. Expected, not a big deal. And you wake up... Oh, no, because you don't... You don't wake up because you died. Heck. I forgot how that works. I forgot how that works. I forgot how that works. Right, when I remember how it works, it's a fantastic combination, and I highly recommend it. Unfortunately, I do have to remember how that works. Which, yeah. You saw how that went. That's fine, actually. Because I gain a heal off of the attack. And then I get the resolve. I gain a heal off the attack. And I lose one, and then I'm gonna die next turn, but like, who cares? Oh! How did you kill that guy? Huh? Sorcery wand? Apparently that's how. We're trying! We're trying. Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ, that thing's a 3-3? Why is that guy a 3-3? And can I do anything about that? Well, it's a 4-2 now, so, you know, I guess that's one thing I can do about it. If you do that now... Yeah. Then you get the attack. And then you get the attack there. And now you're a 2-2. And now you get that... Oh, man. Sucks. This sucks so much. I can't even realistically say, hey, I'm going to run in there and I'm going to make sure. I mean, fine, that's my best option. It's not a good option, but it is my best option. Uh-huh. And all these guys are gonna die. Now you also do die. Luckily... Right, luckily... You should have died. There we go. I was going to be very upset if he didn't actually die. What if I did that instead? That was stupid of me. Man, that was really dumb of me. I need to undo that. I need to undo a lot of that. I'm gonna just discard this, see if I can't get a better option. Siren I don't like very much into this. Another font. Well, that's no good. Target creature on the battle line attacks immediately doesn't help me really whatsoever. Really doesn't help me whatsoever, but... Wait, what? Am I dumb? Am I really fucking dumb? Chad, I'm really dumb. I tradered my own guy. I tradered my own guy. And then was like, hey, well, that's weird. Why did I trader my own guy? Turns out... yeah, turns out you do need to remember to, not do that. It can be helpful sometimes. I believe you can be helpful sometimes. I would not perhaps have counted this as one of those times. If you understand my drift. Ah, Bucket Boy's... He's rolling me with the power of Bucket Boy. This is so sad. So does Goad just... Hang on, does Goad just insta-kill you? Goad does just insta-kill you. Which is not terrible. If I can figure out how to do 2 more damage to you. Which I cannot do this turn, so I shouldn't do it. Should instead just Font of Inspiration you, so that way I kill Bucket Boy. I should have swapped those around so that I got the benefit from Bucket Boy. Damn it. That was stupid of me. I keep not remembering how this is supposed to work until slightly too late. Turns out there's a problem. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. He does double damage to me. one century I'll get this. One of these centuries I'll figure this out. It's not this one. You know, it's funny, I was reading reviews for this and I was like, hey, people think Rasmina's is a little bit easy. And I'm like, I clearly don't think that. I clearly am not finding this easy. Man, and now I've got just a bunch of worse things. That's compulsive and it sucks. Man, but that compounding lasher is so good. Heck. Was that Inhuman Focus Plus? Dark Blessing, Rally, and Rod and Rung. It had not been on the list. Unresolved gains... I mean, and it has Blast, and it's cheap. I don't like that it has Tunnel, but... I mean, god, that can just stagger really good. Like, that can just compound so fast. We'll run with it. We'll run with it. We'll run with it. We'll figure this out. Luckily, neither's a real cutie, and so we're not getting too badly punished by all of this. We'll just discard all that real quick. Okay. No, that was fair. No, you know, that was my bad. I should have foreseen that. I should have foreseen that. I should have foreseen that I would pull 0 and... Oh, he's sleepy. And he's going to explode me. Oh, that's going to hurt. Oh, that's going to hurt. Speaking of which... He's sleepy! Cool. At some point, I will figure out how to beat this guy. Absolutely. No. Ooh, you may play? Ooh. Dang it! Ugh, I didn't do enough. Didn't do enough. Another one. Another one. What if I... did... Is there a point to that? I don't know what the point of that would be. And there's not much point in doing make expendable. Well... Right, there would be a point in doing make expendable if, and only if, I could then... If I could guarantee this guy would survive, or no plan survives, I should say. If I knew this guy would survive. Because if he survived, then I could say, do that, do this, just chew through a ton of oomph, do another, right, that would give me all of my, give this guy like 4 attack, which would be just a big amount of damage. But like, that's not actually gonna happen. So, what I should instead do this turn is... Why does that kill this guy? Or why does that kill that guy too? So here... Again, why do you die? Because this'll make you attack immediately. Oh, that's why. I understand. I understand. It's because I'm stupid. What happens is that I'm stupid. It's an important thing to realize. Okay. Wait, like that's fine though. What? Because he's gonna wake up this turn. So as long as I'm able to clean out one guy, then I do this. And... I do this. And then I do this. And then I still have my regular discard, so I do this. And I mean, I have nothing on the field right now. And that's unfortunate, but this is a big explosion, so that's worth. That may not have been worth. Is it just on resolve that you get that? Okay. But that's fine. We just goad you. And then you end turn. And then they die. And then you're gonna do like 1 damage to me, and that's fine. Ow. Okay. I didn't realize you were gonna do that. That's not good. Oh, but no, hang on. Oh, that's stupid. I was like, oh, I've got a great idea, but I don't have a great idea because you've got a fucking thing on you. Man. Ooh, that's not good. You've got Tunnel 1. It's perfect. Tunnel 1's absolutely ideal. How does the order of that work? The way I want it to. The order of that works the exact way I want it to. You'll fall over dead, and then you become my guy. And so now you do that, and now you do that, but these guys aren't really threats to me because they're facing the wrong direction. It's an important detail. The fact that they're facing the complete wrong direction actually helps me a lot. And I just nowhere spear this guy, so it's whatever. Man, and now you're gonna bomb me. Ugh. Sucks. If I do that, does that actually help me? I mean, eventually these guys are gonna survive, which is funny. I don't think it's good, but it's very funny. And then, I don't know. Sure. Give me an armor. I love getting armor. Actually, isn't this kind of optimal? I could drop a second phase here. Oh, because the immolator drops. That's why. I was like, why does that guy not die? Very good reason for him not to. Oh, they're all so sleepy, and they're all dreaming. Oh boy. Am I able to do something about that? Am I actually able to stop that? I don't think I can. That's unfortunate. That's a lot of damage. Hey, Dreaming of Infinity. Ha! No, I am not doing well. Let me be very clear. I appreciate the generosity, but I am not doing well right now. That's very funny. I cannot believe that worked. I cannot believe that that worked. I mean, it didn't work fantastically, but it worked way better than it had any right to. Yeah, that's... I like that more. Oh, that's interesting. Ow. That hurt a lot. Quiet Dread. Fine. It's not great, not my favorite. But doing enough. It does enough. Sort of. Okay. And then if I do that, that actually hits you. And that's something. Heart of the cards, or something. Now you're getting your armor back up. And I do not have nearly enough oomph to do something about that. Sacrificial lamb doesn't help me in any substantive way. I don't know how to feel about this idea that he's putting things... Ugh. There? Don't know how to feel about that. If I invoke that, what happens? Everyone takes one. Shoot through your thing. And then that, I can do that, and that gives me... Till there. Gives me an AP back. It's kind of whatever, but like, it's the thing. And then you wake up, which hits me, and that, and now you have one. I have to do 4 damage to you this turn. With my 8 million... Rejecting standards as like my primary guy of benefit. To say that that's frustrating is an understatement. Because now you wake up, and now you're going to explode on your turn. Which is awful because, like, there went all my guys. Like, there they went. Bye, have fun, have a nice day. 2, do that, discard that. Gives me enough oomph to be able to do something at least. I was hoping I would get a little bit of something here. But, I am most assuredly not. I am most assuredly getting nothing of the sort. Oh, and that kills everyone? My god, how does that manage to kill everyone? Alright. Fair enough. Fair enough. I don't die, but it's not good. So if I Rage Whisperer, what does that do for me? It's kind of my best choice. Kind of absolutely not even a slight modicum of a doubt my best option. And I can thrall you? Alright, I've got... Well, momentum's a strong word, but I've got something. Cool, at least it's a copy of a thrall, so it doesn't matter. And you're gonna wake up and do big explosions on your turn, which will kill me if I'm not careful. I mean, that is my best choice, and then I do this in the back rank to just sort of try and tank it. Don't think it's enough? I don't think it's enough. Okay, it was technically enough. And then... yeah, it's you. I can't put you in a spot where this helps me. So, putting you there is sort of my only play. He's just gonna do sleepy stuff. If I have a way to bust through, I don't. I was gonna say, if I had a way to bust through, then I would do all sorts of things. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like I have any useful way to bust through this. So I'm just gonna stack up a bunch of armor real fast. I'm gonna see how that goes. You know? Oh, I died. Ha! Wow. Wow. Alright. Well, my sleepy plans did not go very well for me. Also, this path is just not working well for me. Let's just put it that way. I'm having a lot of trouble, I'm finding, with Rasmine. At least in part. Because, I just don't have a ability to build up damage. Like, when deployed, it becomes an enemy-owned copy of its previous host. But it can go into anywhere. So I can put it on whatever's like the most useless fucking thing is. And then be fine. Or a Thought Eater steals the topmost oomph of what it attacks. Becomes a traitor when deployed. Gifting Burdens, Goad. I still like Compounding Lasher. I don't think the familiars will... I guess... I agree with you, maybe a different familiar will help, except that I don't think, the familiar is the problem? Because my familiars aren't able to... None of the familiars increase strength. That's kind of the problem I'm having. Well, this is oh so helpful. Well, this is oh so helpful. There you go, have fun with it. Now, I will say, right, I think it's probably not a big deal. Mostly... Ah, come on. One of the things that I think is probably fair for why that could be good is, I don't want to do that. I just do this, and then I just do this. That would deal 1 damage. Oh, that turns into 2 damage on you. I like that. I'm okay with that. Oh yeah, because it dealt 1 and then it dealt 1. Of course. You deal a tink. Ooh, I can get the Invisible Hand. This isn't amazing, because this guy's gonna kill everybody. But, Oh. Okay. That's fine. No, that's fine. I didn't want those guys anyway. Joke's on you for thinking that I wanted any of them. Oh, dang it, I forgot to discard anything, and so now I just threw. I just threw. I so just threw. Admittedly, I do at least wipe his entire field from my trouble. But I didn't need to throw. I could have not done that. Again when it deploys. Sure, and that's an armor anyway. So. Aww. My poor little guy got his one armor. My poor little guy got his one little itty bitty armor. And then we'll do that for just some two things for fun. Just for fun. Alright, we made it through the first fight. Chat? We're doing better. We made it through the first fight. We'll get the pact exchange. I don't think it's awesome, but it can't be worse than what I've got, so. Intrusive thought, teamwork, and teamwork. But I don't have a really awesome... Things aren't surviving long enough for me to feel good about putting things in reserve. Right? That's the problem I'm having, is like, none of these guys are living long enough for me to be like, yeah, I love that. I mean, I don't love these either, but, you know. At least then I've got a guy. I guess the point of this is that the font of inspirations really want to be... Right, the font of inspirations all like when I put things in reserve. So... now I at least have revelations to do something, you know? Unfortunately, Wave of Spines. Oh, interesting. Not amazing. Because you have tunnel, and so I can't actually get you to where I need you to go. It's a problem. It's a problem. I do not like tunnel very much. And I know it's mean to say, oh, I don't like tunnel, but like, I don't like tunnel. When it works really, really well. Okay, but what if I just end turn instead? I don't need to play into this. I do eventually need to mutate Echo. But I didn't need to mutate an Echo it into... So hear me out. So hear me out, I invoke one of them. So that way this guy's becoming kind of crazy. And then we save the other one for once this really kicks off. Okay, that's an immolator and a... Man! Man! Why can't I have nice guys who do nice things? There was no reason to do that to me. There was like every reason to do that to me. Let me be quite clear on that front. There was a whole bunch of reasons to do that to me. Alright. Luckily, I at least get the counter on that. Ow. Motherfucker. God. Fucking. Damn it. I believe is how I would like to phrase that. This is a little bit stupid. That was a little bit stupid. Because now he's gonna hit me with his biggest guy. Now I teamwork. Uh-huh. Might send some bad luck my way. Darn. What? Why did you not... Okay. What if I did this, and then I did this? Hear me out. That's just a guy who does lethal to me. That's fine, actually. That's fine, actually. That. And then that. And then that. And then that. And there's a fun compounding lancer at the end. So that's cool. Aw, he's got another one of the scary guys. Aw. Or the compounding lasher. And this guy... Great to hang on to for a rainy day. Otherwise, I don't think all that important. Yeah, does that not... That no longer kills if I do that. Because you don't... heal... So it's like... What if I just did this? You know, what if I just don't overthink it? Then... I just do that? I just do that. So this is a little bit better. I'm a little bit better off. I'm just not a lot better off. You're not, you're now the art on the mend. No, I'm not. I'm actually doing quite badly. Like, I appreciate its intention, but like... I hardly think I'm doing well. We made it to page 2 again! It's been a while since we've been here. But even with that, I am not at maximum oomph. I guess we'll do a forge, and we'll see if we can't do things. We'll see if we can't get rid of the... Duplicates the second target of the fact... Interesting. Removes or duplicates. Are there any that is like, I really want that duplicate? Nope. Are there any where I really want to remove it? Nope. Are there any that I think blast inherently makes this thing really freaking good? Yep. Shame that I couldn't forge it out, though. Like, that's really unlucky. I really hoped I could get the forge. The runaround. Trivial battle. I'll hold off a turn on doing that. I'll hold off a turn on actually making him do things. Aw, he's got an immolator. It's so cute. So he's gonna get that next turn. That's fine. Gonna do... Actually, I'm gonna do that because that's gonna pay off for me more. I'm gonna discard you. See, I don't want that because... Like, why would I want that? On the bright side, he's now, like, can only deploy 2 things in there. One of them's gonna go against this guy. It's fine. I'm just body blocking. If I can get this guy to do 2 more damage, isn't that just kill? Say, isn't this just kill? Say, isn't that just that? Greater boon, greater pact exchange. Greater pact exchange. I need to get the deck better. I desperately need my, See. Now there we go. Now that's got some spice to it. Unwakeable ones and insomnia? Just for fun, what do we have here? Names of the Saints, which I don't like very much. It took some figuring. We do another battle on this. We absolutely do another battle out of this. Bitter reprisal. Von Katla, is it? Those Northmen to settle and bequit a new grudge that very day. Twin never need. Hello, Gerwolf. How you doing, friend? Aw, man. That's into... What, don't I just do that? Just sort of chip it down? Ooh, that's gonna hurt a bit. I've got great news, though. You're gonna wake up, and you're gonna kill those guys for very little oomph. Say, what if I did this? Say, random question. What if I did that? And then, it's a Neath. It's not a Mariluit, it's a Neath. But it does net. You're certainly correct. You're absolutely correct on that front. Ah, gotcha. There's just an order of operations problem. Okay, so I don't actually want to do... No, undo. Don't actually want to do that because I don't think that's a good idea. As funny as it is, I don't actually think it's a good idea. Versus if I just goaded. And then put another sleeping bomb down. Return from the coding lurk, how's it? We haven't won a single thing. Fun fact. Fun fact, we have not won a single thing yet. Which is an interesting experience. Like, it's not that we're doing badly, it's just that we haven't managed to, kill anything. Which, you know, I can't prevent that, so... We just rock with it. There we go. We're in the best case, the closest thing to actually succeeding. If we beat this, we will have gotten farther than we have ever gotten. That is kind of an, if. It is kind of an if. This is only the second time we've made it even this far. Yes. Yeah, that's absolutely correct. 100% true sentence. A draft, you say? Well, we'll give you back one of them, because I know you already have them. If I do that... The main reason I want to do that is because it'll... Already, just... By definition, already in a bad way. So rather than worry too much about it, just put things, just burn things. And we'll just see if we can't get ahead of the curve a bit. Alright, well, that's what I get for trying to be ahead of the curve. He's a lot less scary once I've... at this state, though. Like... I'll at least say that. This guy's significantly less scary than his... predecessors have been? However you want to phrase that. And now I get his cool guy. I get his cool big guy. Yeah. You're gonna do that. That's fine. I've got my 2-2. Mutated Echo. But I have to do that. Do I premonition. Just to see if there's anything worthwhile. I discard 1 insomnia. I mean... If it works, it works. And it becomes a sleeping bomb plus. Oop, well that's gonna kill a lot of guys. Oop. Which to wet, we do that. And then we have an even stronger sleeping bomb at the end. Even more power. Ow. Rude. How dare it do that to me? I mean... We never don't do that. Let's see. Now I could do with thorns. I like doing that. I like that idea. Thorn's good. Thorn's good. Then that goes. Then this guy goes. And there went all of my... Well, there went some of my things. This guy's gonna get killed, but that's fine. He's gonna give me an armor on the way. I'll do that. And then... We'll just rotate it, you know? We'll see what we can't do. Because now he's out of armor. He's gonna kill... Dang it, he's got an armor back. So sad. We'll just do this so that if we get the chance, we'll be able to do a make expendable. Just to rotate my, create one guy that's just like super buffed up. And figure out what we do from there. Well, alright, yeah. That's fair. I discard 1 there, so that actually becomes a kill on everybody. He doesn't die. Amazingly. Amazingly, that guy did not actually get me killed. I'll get rid of one of these intrusive thoughts to buff that guy up. Okay. Now, what's next? Intrusive thought. Make expendable. Yeah, that's fair. Do that. I can't believe we're actually gonna make this. Like, we are far and away the closest to... being okay we have ever been. Like, there, we did it. By drip and drop drains like carcass dry, yet Mary could still bleed out in touch more haste. Or the card soul of the deck! Right? Oh. This boon is on track to be discarded. Nah. Well, we got nothing. We got nothing at all. Fine, does deserve to lose more than wager it. Place my fingers in my teeth. Did I not, though? I can't believe we did all of that to accomplish literally nothing. No boons or banes. Like, frankly, very funny. But, tough. Tough situation to be in. What of it that I once girlish wished to mother none? 'Twas my life's imagined opus too, with mine own nails, and by the gauzy scheme that o'er silks its nightsome hide sees the very firmament ensphered. Then intact on one great peel, now flents it from the fleece imperial. Then astride my prize, belike unto a happy huntsman o'er his fallen game, proceed to know by joint and line each cut of mystery's moiety. Youth folly thoughty then what? That those laughing Norns who unto fate itself made Polygine, would such surrender spare me over? Oh, and yet would that demand not of me a dignity, or marry for my venal human want during a single fig? Fie, said crones have in them something mannish, for well mirthed were they to make furl even my most bearing guard, so they could be said to seed me. Well, so it was with motherhood. If doomed to despoilage was that fruiting farm, land, my flesh, why lo, then ere came the conquerors, my mind sought subtle means to desert the field. That's not good. I don't enjoy that. I don't enjoy that one iota. He looks around, judging the entire chamber askance. Lo, here be our courtroom, and me think for some time. As now into each new trial may we familiars all attend, thou mayst at thy pleasure bond with any of us. Each of us offer the aid in our especial style, maven. Choose name will begrudge thee nothing, and all unchosen will serve by other means. I see American has unhealthy feelings towards her status as a parent. And unclear how willing having kids was.
Built by the burning. On this, all spirits spake as one. All word or deed, ere to mortal folly lost, hath been their eternal gain. I soon fixed my mind upon a bargain. My soul for life and time. To seize upon the earthly truth, perforce would I let slip sublimity. Gone the imperial bliss. Oh, lost etern, the latter dream.
Again, you're not... It's not great. Not great. Not feeling great. Not looking great. Something's a problem. Alright. Let's give it one more go. We'll try and do one more ritual run. If we are not bad, it should be a hair easier. But, gosh, could go real bad for us. Man, that's an awful beginning. What an atrocious beginning. Ah. Yes, I see. What's the goss? American has, complicated, largely negative feelings towards, like, she never wanted to be a parent, and when she became a mother with implications of questionable consent, she saw it as fate mocking her, and sought ways to avoid growing attached to her kids through magic. One Eye appears to be our enemy for this go-around. Yeah, no, One Eye Up is our enemy, for this go-around. Also, we get Cursed Pack Exchange. On top of everything. On top of everything. We get a Dampier of Foresight, and the slow reactions. No, I want more bombs. I want more bombs. Fine. I don't love that, but Goad serves the same purpose in the bombs status, so. Miserable. So bad. Prepare the Immolator, Bottle Regret Vial, or Seal Blast. The first allied creature facing an enemy creature gains Blast. Parallel with a deployed Immolator. Bottle Regret Vial. Bottle Regret Vial, I think. Just 3 less HP means that they can't cheese me. If I get really kind of anything going, we'll have a chance to make some stuff happen. Oh, good. Oh, good. So that's really quite unfortunate, because you're gonna swing for that and then get traded again. But you heal. But I didn't die. Fine. We goad. So that way you can take advantage of that. And then we do that again. We do that. And you only have 2 HP left, so I just have to be able to bust through just the tiniest bit of oomph. In what is potentially a very difficult, very scary looking hand. Never mind, he chose to heal, chose to play other things instead. If I pulled the Thorns, did not pull the Thorns, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that I didn't pull the Thorns because I win anyway. Elite battle, by the way. Wait, what? Why did I not? Wait, I thought it was. Oh, right, because he had healed one. Stupid, stupid of me. Fine, I only take 2. Never mind, I only netted out taking 1. Then. And I get my Greater Forge out of it. Which, please tell me that has a... Okay. Okay. That... Thank you. Great. Phenomenal. I just hit that guy, wake him up, and he immediately is doing full kills. Great space to be in. Now please tell me you've got to redeem. Oh, thank God. Random invocation in the pact that costs 2 or more gains cost 1 less. No, that's fine. I need to kill one of these drafts. These drafts are the ones that are like really scary to me. And we get 9 revelations. And now we boss battle. The Infernal Battalion. Uh-huh. Set that self up, yep. Man, I do so wish that I had just a little bit more oomph. Okay. Cause you, no, that doesn't work. Cause I don't want this guy to get going. I can't afford to have this guy get going. He has to die this turn. I have limited number of ways to make that happen. That to me seems the best option. Why don't I just deploy this guy up here? You know? It's a little bit silly, but what if I just did that? Like, are you gonna spawn up right away, or is that gonna be something else different and annoying? We do this. Absolutely we do that. Bop, bop. Bop. Oh. Rip my guy, I guess. Huh? Creatures that die enter Raz's open reserves. Okay. I guess my reaction to that is like, sure. Oh, I see. That synergizes with Raz's like own setup in specific ways. I see. That was the part that I was kind of like, well, this is odd. And then now you wake up, and then die immediately. But like, yeah, it's, you know, points neither here nor there. Neither here nor there. Cool, now you're gonna kill, you're gonna kill. You're gonna do stuff. Fun. Cool. We're in an okay spot here. I'm not too worried. I say that. I don't love this either, but... Looks like we had a teeny tiny lag spike. Oh, you've got the scooper! My man scooped me. How dare my man scoop me like this? Like, frankly, very rude of you. I should have guessed that he'd have another one. Like, that was fully on me. Why wouldn't he have another one of them? Fervor. Unresolved. Takes damage. Host gains things and heals. On death, kills its host. Wait, what the heck? Why can I not play into my own line? There we go. Oh, parasite, duh. I don't have to do anything here. In fact, I want to do nothing here. There we go. Bargaining round 2. Uh-huh. The enemy loses an armor every turn. Love to get rid of both of the... This one I have to. This one I cannot let happen regardless. No matter what happens, that one cannot go. But I only have, well, 9 turns. Perhaps... Ugh. Why? Why would I do that? See, I like this. This, that. I mean, rather circuitous, but potentially effective. Right, because that's double great good things. That's a greater forge. That's another greater forge. So I just need to not die during that boss battle. Which is easier enough to do when they really don't have very much HP. Oh, right. I don't get another card when I do that. Cool. Thanks. Great starting hand. Phenomenal starting hand. I don't know what you're talking about. There's no way. There's no way that I just, like, haven't pulled, I just haven't pulled a thing I can actually play yet. And so I'm going to lose this because I just literally cannot... I don't have a card. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I cannot believe that I am in this space where I just literally don't have a usable anything. I just don't have a usable anything. Wait, what? Why did you not die? Why did you not? Then you... Why do you die? Oh, because you have counter. That's fine. You gotta head out. Thanks for the stream. Thank you, VFig, for coming and hanging out. I super appreciate it. I see. I see. And that is that. Nasty. Am I actually screwed? Wait, question. Am I actually completely screwed? Why do you just self-immolate? Also, that was stupid of me. I was gonna steal his reserve. And then I threw. So shoutouts to the deck. Shoutouts to the deck for absolutely trolling me. Did you like that? Did you like that setup? Where I wasn't allowed to do anything fun because I drew no cards for the first 2 turns? And now I do still have the Compounding Lasher. Oh wait, that's just another Compounding Lasher. I mean, that's fun. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. What if 2 Compounding Lashers? What if 2 Compounding Lashers? There's no way that'll go badly, right? No way that'll go badly. First creature played in reserve gains Flanker. Or hand size increases by 1. I like hand size up. I like that because that mitigates some of the stupid shit. Alright, let's try this again. With more feeling. Really? Really? Oh man, I'm so excited about my opportunity to get this guy exploded. Like, hello? I'm just so thrilled by the option. See, this is the part I'm having a lot of trouble with within Raz's deck. Because once we start going, we're fine. But getting it built up, not easy. Not having an easy time of it. Okay, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Especially if I can, in literally any way, force this guy to get got first. Especially if I can force this guy to get got first on literally any... Oh, well. Nope, he dies. Oh no, he'll... yeah. That wasn't actually that good. That wasn't actually very good of me. But that's fine. I'll let this guy suicide. And then I put this guy in the back so that everyone heals. And then we're good. Because, I mean, here's the thing. Raz looks like... fine. Just fine. I'm so annoyed about that. Is this better? Or is it just do this so he just dies? Do this so he just dies. Like, just +1 damage every turn, or something other than that. I don't know why I was thinking about this. Okay. Interesting strategy, interesting strategy. If I can get my guys out, oh yeah. It's guys out time. Oh, it's guys out time. And now you die, but like, whatever. I can do both. I can do both things. No problem. Heals everyone. Schmacks. Now you're a 5-2, you're a 3-3. There's a good chance that you're going to die. Yeah, because you do that. Annoying, but whatever. Mutated echo of this guy. Discard to see if I can get anything? Do that, then do that? Do that and that. Uh-huh. This thing of the Saints is really frustrating. You know that? Did you know that this what's his face of the Saints is just like super frustrating? I mean, it works. We made it work, but I'm kind of annoyed by it. Greater Forge. Now let's get rid of one of these freaking things. Duplicate second to... Okay, so I don't get the really fun... Like, I don't get really fun guys like I do in other spots. But, you know, that's fine. That's fine. I'll keep working on it. Then I either get a boon, or I look at getting a second forge. I'm still on page 1 and 2. So there is, I think, some argument to be said, don't worry about the forge, just get another boon. Demon opponents have 2 less max HP. Recovery, but we have no recovery to need to do, but that's... So we get 10 revelations. Now as long as we don't get completely rolled again, we'll be fine. I mean, okay, at least that's something. I'll take that. Because this guy gets going, if I can get in good space. Perfect. Never mind. I see. I see. Then, can I get something a little bit better? Can I get something just, like... Fine. Fine. Not my favorite, but it works. Because then I can do this plus this, which is this snowballs really fast, and you've got the counter, and you've got a Chameleon HP. So, yes, you will kill, but then I'll be able to just overrun and get him back on the field with even more HP. It must be like the last thing to die on a turn gets whacked for more things. Don't I just do that though? Like, do you not actually attack? Like, why is that? Why are you not attacking? Oh, because it does need to have at least one thing on it. Never mind. Never mind, never mind, never mind. That stinks. This stinks! My goodness! Because if I can get you a little bit of oomph, then I can do something. But I have to get you at least 1 damage before I get completely buried. I can do that into a single discard. Premonition into a... What if I goad you? What if I goad you? Into a... What if I did that? Into a GG's? Into a GG's go next. Not good, took way too much damage, and I don't have a good recovery plan. So I'm gonna have to play really carefully. But, I guess we'll just play around that as best as we can. Hello, Miss FICO. How are you doing? Heart of the Cards. We're just gonna Heart of the Cards this. This is the one that killed us last time. Oh wait, are we running? This is our last run for the day, so probably one way or another we'll be done in the next 30 minutes or so. Interesting strategy. I do not have the blast. Oh, you don't have blast this time. Heck. That's so sad. What if I wanted you to have blast? We're certainly not doing a repeat of last time. I'll tell you that right away. That's fine. Ow. Now you're woken up, but you will kill you. No, you won't quite kill you. And you've got the dodge token, which is annoying, but very survivable. If I drop human focus, this gives me a second sleeping bomb. Not my favorite. What if I just did this instead? You know? This seems to be the one that does the most, the outcome that does the most damage. This one's also fine. Because then I can do this. And I still have one thing set up for next go around, even if I do that. We'll just see how this goes. Because this guy gets the dodge. Yep. Bonk. You get the explosion. Wipes him. You get your dodge token, you get your dodge token. There we go. Yep, you get the explode. Now if I just kill one guy... Now if I can just manage to kill one thing, this guy has enough damage to just win. Which I believe means that I do... like, this into this, and... I get my armor, but like, that's fine. That's kind of whatever. The emphasis of cards and ad... Oh, so, Miss FICO, here's the story of this game. So this is a complete abstraction of us debating the minutiae of canon law with the devil. So all of this is a complete abstraction. What we're actually doing is we're poring over an infinitely long contract with the aid of 3 familiars, debating over the minutiae of a soul. Which is much sillier. I'm tempted to go for a stunted spawn here. Like... I want to be clear. I am very tempted to just go stunted... I don't actually think stunted spawn strats are potentially... Stunted spawn strats are very good. With Raz's power, stunted spawn strats are actually so good, because I can keep cycling guys to get them super buff. I've got a plan. This might go really badly for us. Now, it sucks that I've got multiple mutated echoes out on the field, but we'll roll with it. Okay, this is totally fine. Really don't care if these guys each get mutated echoes. Like, really could not be bothered. Okay, now you're gonna kill me, but like... none of these guys are good. So, we now do this, and we're just gonna slowly cheese him down. And eventually he's gonna stop being able to kill these guys. Which is great, because what it means is... if we stunted spawn this, actually, then you survive. That's a 3-6. I guess we could drop a font of inspiration behind. I don't think that's super impactful, but like it works. Yep, you kill you. You deal 1 damage. You tickle you. The nice thing is that... huh? Oh, you have tunnel, because you got the thing. I was like, why do you have tunnel? There's actually a very good reason for him to have tunnel. It's fine. Then we deploy that, because that'll just sort of keep making us better. Up, up. That explodes you. You healed up. You try, you try. This guy's going to completely heal up on his swing. I got my compounding lasher on the field. We are so in business. The question is, what spots are going to be the most beneficial? Because you do that, you do that. You hit the back row there. This guy got healed back up to 5. He's got a lot of these guys, holy crap. I mean, that guy would be scary if he could actually attack. Like, I'm gonna be really real. He would be scary if he could attack. He can't attack, so it doesn't really bother me. Then we discard you. So I can do that. I don't know. Sure. Giga buff that failed projection. See if I care. Man, and I didn't actually get to this guy. That's a little unfortunate. That's a little bit unfortunate. Because right now you die, which I prefer to not have happen. I don't think I'm gonna get a choice in that matter. Hear me out. Hear me out. Failed projection. Teamwork. Insomnia on you. And I've wiped his entire field. I can't believe we won that. This is the farthest we've gotten into this pact. So that's fun. That's good. One of my cards is named Insomnia, which is a spell that forces all my guys who are sleepy and DP, in order to... forces them to... What's its name? Wake up. Forces them to wake up, which is very good. Very good for me. Combat Archer, Pyre. Target gains 2 dodge, or Flask of Thought rejecting standard aggression. Like that a lot more. Like that a lot more. Because now I've got 2 aggressions. And aggression is just better than... Well, it's not actually fully better now than my... what is it? So right, Invocation, target creature immediately loses all of its stuff there. Which Goad also does the same thing. So it's kind of 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. You know, I think I want to do that the other way around. I want to do this, and then I want to do that. So I get an armor, and then I do that. And then if he survives, great. And if he doesn't survive, I'm not going to be super furious about it. See? There we go. We're just not going to be furious about it. Sure. Have a mutated echo. See if I care. So then we go to let you attack. And now I do this. Oh! Ha! He actually stays asleep. That's funny. I actually didn't know he was going to stay asleep. He would actually attack and then go back to sleep. Ooh, that's very good for you. Nice work. Damn, I have to do this here, which is really unfortunate. I would prefer to have not had them have to do that. But I'll just thorns. Like, no sense in getting spicy with it, just use thorns. Yup. Ow, that was my face. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Sorry, don't I just win? Cool. So we're a little bit damaged. We're a little bit too damaged for my taste, actually. But do we have the useful one? We do have the useful one. As much as some of these are also really, really good, like as much as, say, giving you blast as well as counters would be. No, you know, that is better. That is better. I like that a lot. And then we'll see if this forge gives us the tools we need to actually... Nope. That does not at all give me the things that I need. Okay. Okay. Random creature in the pact gains sneak. I don't know that any of these guys want sneak. I'm going to be so real. I'm gonna be so real, I'm not sure any of them care about Sneak. Maybe Siren cares about Sneak. Loki, what if Siren likes Sneak? So that way I can just put it where I want to muck up his lines. It's unfortunate I only have 13 revelations, so I can only remove one thing from him. Let's see if we win this. Let's see if we're in a spot where we can actually win this. I don't want to give him a mutated echo if I can avoid it. Dang. Right, giving him a mutated echo on a thrall? Absolutely not a problem. I can do that into a discard of teamwork to make sure that you get enough oomph to actually kill. You have an immolator, annoying but not critical. What if I pulled into a... Attacks immediately and gives enemy neighbors -1 thing when deployed from reserve. I don't actually want to do that, hang on. Right, so I'm almost wondering, do I just stunted spawn? Or do I drop this? Do I do this insomnia? Force him to wake up. And then drop another one there? I think that's the play. Because yeah, you'll swap forward and deploy immediately. But that means that you don't... Yeah, okay, that's bad. I need to make sure I kill this guy, otherwise we keep getting that problem. But that's fine, I can just do that, can't I? Now I can do this, and this, and this, and teamwork. And now, you kill, you kill. Okay? That's like so fine, though. You wake up this turn, so that's great. Abhorrence slides anything it attacks 2 squares. Or I stunted spawn you. I don't really want to stunted spawn this guy. This guy isn't all that strong. What if I did this? Hold. With a stunted spawn. So this is now a 3-5. So this is just a 3-5 that's here to mess up everyone's day. I enjoy that. I enjoyed that greatly. Ow. That's a laser beam. Okay. Okay. Rage Whisperer? Somewhat annoying, somewhat painful, but also not the end of the world. Thorns? Or just thorns? Cool, this turned what was going to be a very bad state of being into actually not bad at all. And here's this annoying Rasmine one. But didn't I just steamroll it? Holy crap. Immolator. And then... just for fun. Just for fun, since I've got the stuff. Sure. Did you know, it turns out... Spoilers, chat. Did you know that if you, actually draw... like, relevant cards? That, you're able to, really troll... Man. At least I got my 2 boons out of it. And he didn't get this one. This is annoying, but this would have been catastrophic. Cool, we got all sorts of different stuff. 3 inheritance cards remain. And we're gonna have to really focus next time to make sure that we clear those. When I pretends to be distracted, your strange research assistant Hotamaltha's soul has new insight to share. You listen to it or move on to complete the remainder of Rasmina's trial. Listen, learn all of your adversary that you can. The effigy containing Maltha's soul looks up from its study of American secrets, part of the vast library which is your due when all this business is concluded. I know this place, Maven. Seen it in my dreams of Faith, and ne'er by choice until now. As well, I have seen the contracts there now. The spirit board. The playing pieces. I can't say what she hath done to me that cozened me of my memory, but to thee I must needs confess Grandam did own a part of my soul signed away by mine own hand. I see it now. Thrice Grandam made me swear never to leave the manor at night without an adult. I could not feature wanting to. She had me sign in blood, even just as a devil would. Mr. Chops was my dog-eye, yet he loathed the house. Inside he ran wild. I could comfort him, but in winter, oh, Chops worsened it. Turned to biting. So frighted he my cousin Nils. Chops had gnawed through his nightly tether and out into the cold. One saying did he escape, and I knew that of mother Grandma Nika grandfather, none could be pricked to chase the full mongrel at Mitternacht. I dragged my cousin Nils out with me. We cornered Chops on a lake of ice by snow faithful concealed, but gathered thus the ice it shared neath all 3 of us. Chops and I made it out half ice ourselves. Nils. God, how were I to know he could not even swim? America did not feign surprise. By dying early, suppose you see, Nils had made his own bargain forfeit. She had my soul and soon would set Nils to other employ. In the aftering, Mr. Chops changed. He's, a bit too good, nay? Awake, I could not remember any of it. Only my soul, thrice Grandam, could make me see, hear, think only of what she allowed me. In this library, I hope I can sound out whatever lies she hath made us live. The pawn turns to one I am merely studies him, considering the purpose of the space outside Marican's domain. O teacher, pray thee give leave to mine Rasmine to help me study, e'en ere saved they be. Wilt thou be content?
Who uttered behind me such squeaksome speech? Oh, I shall turn me and see. Poor crippled creature that I am, but a partial view is mine eternal portion.
Uh-huh.
Whomsoe'er doth traffic behind my sight may do mischief, and I, all unknowing oft.
Look at this guy. How can you hate this devil?
To give it leave. So, mark, as I, new vigilant, turn me now to heelward face.
When I pointedly turns away from all, the elliptical consent of a consummate liar, Rasmina's soul effigy slides from the dark to join their kinsmen at study. You had best get back to the trial. Aww. Well, and with that, we shall, for now, leave it be. I think we'll be back to this next weekend. I want to play a lot more of this. I'm having a lot of fun, even when I'm bad at it. Some games I'm bad at I get frustrated by. This one I'm just like, yeah, let's go again. So, thank you all so much for hanging out for me. Next weekend I do want to let everyone know we will only have one stream on Sunday, because I will be out of town on Saturday. So, I hope you will join me for then, and I'll announce it in the Discord, like always. But yeah, thank you all so much for tuning in for today. Looks like we'll just kind of wrap up, get on our way, so I hope I will see you all next time. And yeah, goodbye for now. And thanks of course to our patrons who do make this possible, and thank you everyone for hanging out. It's been real lovely. And thank you to Geowolf13, and all the subs and gift subs to Westerly's Witch, Sassy Catastrophe, Lady Isabel, and Brave New Tarkle, and Sassy Catastrophe for the teeny tiny cheer. Alright, that does it for us here, so again, have a good night everyone.